No, that's how they take it. It's unbelievable. They say it's like a religion. Everybody, they don't want to hear now.
So what do you think for the Super Eagles?
Super Eagles? So they're the only team I support because I'm a very nationalistic Nigerian. So when they do this a big problem, we need to rebuild our people. Individually, they are good though, but as a team, it's always a problem.
So first round, second round?
Don't know, my brother. You need to pray for them.
Okay,
Okay, so let's roll it.
Roll it.
Thank you all.
Which is there? Which is there? Late Herbert Wigwe's 90-year-old father drags granddaughter, Tochi, 26 years old, to court over multi-billion naira estate. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. Life is continually unfolding, and honestly, one of the things we do not know or we do not have control over is how our loved ones and our properties would be fought over when we are long gone. Exactly a year ago, late Herbert Wigwe, his wife Chizoba, Doreen, and son Chizzy lost their life at the California-Nevada border in the United States of America. It cast a lot of tragic feelings, not just in Nigeria but across the world, because it's not a common thing for such to happen where a whole generation, 2 generations, will be gone in quick succession. Their close friend Abimbola Ogunsoya also lost his life. And since then, people have been watching to see what are the legacies of this man that will be upheld. Business-wise, nothing untoward has been heard about late Herbert Wigwe, meaning that when he and his very close friend, I.G. Mokwede, and when they were 36-year-old and working in GTB, they decided to come together to form their own bank. They did all the necessary consultations and also, as insiders, decided to, start their own business journey. They got into the business. Fortune smiled on them. They got investors. And since then, they've never looked back. The 36-year-old Ijan, late Herbert Wigwe, were so focused, had sense of direction, and ambitious young men who were ready to take on the financial world by the storm. When this death occurred, it was, like I said earlier, so bad that, people were thinking, how would his family cope? In fact, days after the demise, before, I think the day of the burial, or a night before, we heard of Baba Singo fainting and was rushed to the hospital. Even at that point, people were thinking that Baba had passed away, but he didn't pass away. Since then, we've been hearing a lot months after the demise. This is just exactly a year after. But barely 6 months after, we've been hearing issues left, right, and center. But there was a debunking that no, there's nothing about court proceedings on the late Herbert Wigwe's properties. But now, hair don't blow for Onyash. We don't say things they sup. And now, the 90-year-old man is said, it is not allegedly anymore because there are documents flying online of court documents where Baba and Chukwuka are the ones that dragged Tochi to court. Tochi is the surviving biological child of the late Herbert Wigwe. Apart from Tochi, there are 2 other children, a boy and a girl who is said to have been adopted and loved and cared for by late Herbert Wigwe and his wife. Honestly, it's so hard to comprehend what exactly could have gone wrong after the death of this group CEO of Access Holdings, where there will be kasala, fights, wahala over his estate, which has intensified amongst his family members. This involves his father, siblings, and cousins who are against his children over inheritance rights. When we heard this strongly last year, October, that they are trying to disinherit the children, the family, first of all, debunked it, like I said. But now they cannot conceal it anymore. And there's a short clip I shared earlier where it shows that there's really a lot going on there. But because of the respect a lot of people have for the late Access Bank top shot, people have tried not to let this come into press. People have tried not to discuss it. But as the court has struck out the claims of Pa Wigwe and his other children against late Herbert's children, there's nothing hidden about this anymore. Everything is now in the open. And the question people are asking is, why? Why should this take place? Why should family be fighting over? According to the statements, the documents that we saw online, Baba is requesting for 20% of the property, right? Wait, okay. Say the remaining 80 can be for, but 20% should be for him and Herbert's siblings. Now, people will always say Herbert took great care of his parents. He was such a responsible man. As you can see, he's not a frivolous man who has women or children scattered all over the country or in the world, but principled, God-fearing. His contribution to church activity, especially the City of David, where he was a staunch member, is something that before they can get a handful of people that can donate so to a church right now, not that it's not possible, but it's rare. Since he passed on, the RCCG branch he belonged to has not been the same again, with the RCCG leadership slamming Pastor Shiju and Idowu Yomade for an, in quote, insensitive birthday 60th celebration of the pastor's wife. Let's just go into comment section. Somebody said some family members might be pushing Baba to do this. Somebody said from someone who should be at peace with his grandchildren, except saying it be one chikala on one side where they push out to inherit the wealth. Somebody else said it don't read like this. Another said it's obvious that it's the other children that are pushing their dad. They have no right whatsoever over their brother's property. He died leaving children behind. The children are to take over. Another person said, make court just drag the case for another 5 years. I won't see something. Another said, imagine if not only Herbert, why, what would they do to his wife? In fact, the woman will see shaggy pro max. You go here saying that she removed something from the helicopter so that it can crash. Or she did the pilot, so the pilot crashed the helicopter intentionally. Chai. Somebody else said, what does he need the money for, please? Another said, this is the importance of having kids early. The girl is mature enough to take full responsibilities of all her father's properties. Another said, I hate to be tribalistic, but you see Igbo with dragging inheritance of the deceased 95 and 6. Rubbish, a old grandpa. I can't imagine my grandma fighting us. God forbid. Another said, dear Lord, may I not buy when my children need me the most. May I live to be content and raise my children in love and kindness. Another commenter said, the position of the law states that when a person buys, the children have the primary rights to inherit the deceased property. Parents and siblings do not have a right to the property. The only exception is if the deceased specified in a will that part of the estate should be given to the parents or siblings. This is absolutely wrong. Another said, but if the family also have proof of investing on the said properties, I think they can file claims too. Another said, no, they did not invest in anything. Read the report. He already wrote his will since 2015 and gave everything to his children. But his family wants to challenge the will in court and be the ones in charge of the wealth and not the kids. Another said, I think the court should make provisions for the deceased parents, especially if he's the one that has been taking care of them. But in this case, I feel the other siblings are the ones pushing their father. Another said, instead of about to be fighting for his spot in heaven, he's fighting his granddaughter. Another said, at 90, his motivation can never be for money. I'm sure there's more to this than we are privy to. Another said, Pastor Shingle, is everything okay upstairs? You are barely alive. Another said, for this, you should not give him 1 naira. It has to be his other kids making him do this. Another said, this is what happens when a man don't trust his children and wife to put things in their names and believe in family. That your father, mother, brother, sister might not pass that love to your own children when you are not there, Ireo. This is very true. Another said, the court should drag the case for 5 years, Jared. This reminds me of Mubat's father. Another said, oh my God, Herbert will be rolling in his grave. This is so embarrassing. Another said, Herbert's siblings and cousins are pushing him to do so. But waiting consign cousins for the property. Another said, family sometimes now your greatest enemy. Another said, the enemies of a man are members of his household, yet men no go ever learn. Another commenter said, family is fighting the children for their rightful inheritance. Now imagine what the leadership of Access and other institutions the man had will be doing. Bro, this life is crazy. You work so hard to build something for your children and generations to come. One single mistake or desperate individual would come and want to claim ownership. I don't get it. Another said, write your will no matter the age. Doesn't mean you are buying. Very true. Another said, someone that bought just last year. This is disgusting. The death alone should have taught them that life is vanity. Another said, in this life, try your best to stay alive for your children. You get why. Another said, Igbo supposed abandon the doctrine that female children shouldn't inherit their father's properties. It's an outdated and archaic doctrine. Another said, Grandpa Shark do. No baton. Another said, of course, with laughing emojis, other people commented on that. Another said, this is rubbish. Grandpa should go and rest. So you want court to take properties from a man's legit children and give it to you, their grandfather, even when it's clearly written in his will? Are you normal? I be shame no they catch you. Another person said, Baba Imole enters chat with a smile on his face. Another said, one small girl don't lick him here finish. Come tell him say she need the estate. Another person said, this is when you would really know when your family members are true to you. Another said, Ikwere people and land are 5 and 6. Another said, this grandfather should even be ashamed. In Yoruba land, it must not be heard you are fighting for inheritance for your pai child. My people, it's quite unfortunate, like I said. And honestly, if there's anything like that, Herbert will be turning in his grave to say, Baba, my siblings, my cousins, when I was alive, I never brought embarrassment, disrepute, or shame to the name Wigwe. And now that he's no more, you're now causing this to his name, to his legacy, and to his existing children. Like a commenter said and I read earlier, what if it is only Herbert that passed on and the wife is left with the children? That woman's head go hear him. She go see Shaggy Promax Banza if Chizoba was alive and Wigwe was the one that bought it. Now the 26-year-old Tochi, graduate working, though young, has been favored by her father because she is the existing child. But would the culture, as somebody claimed in the comment section, of the part of Nigeria they are from, would they allow her? The court has ruled and said, no, inheritance of Herbert belongs to the daughter, who is an existing child. And the families should go and rest. Would they allow this lady have peace of mind to run this? Can she do this journey alone with all her father's siblings on one side? And she standing alone with Ige Mokwede? Because Ige has been standing strong for these children. That's Tochi and the other two adopted children. Please, you can go on, I think, Channels Television to watch the 1 year remembrance where Ige Mokwede and the children went for a laying of wreath at the graveside of Herbert, the son, and the wife. My people, like one commenter said, no matter how young you are, as long as you've started acquiring things, do a will. It doesn't mean that you're going to buy anytime soon, but just in case. So your sweat, which is supposed to be enjoyed by your children, will not become something else. And the best is, may God not allow us by you. May God not allow us by some family members, especially when it comes to the kind of money late Herbert Wigwe had, the money decreased them. Baba Shingo, if it's true that they are using you, the other siblings and cousins are using you to fight your granddaughter, Baba, do the needful. May the soul of late Herbert Wigwe, his wife and son, rest in perfect peace. Life is just vanity. Irreal.